Welcome to Netball EFL TV. Tonight we're going to review all the games from round 4 of the Netball EFL competition and preview round 5 as well. My name's Georgina Cahill and I'm joined by our netball expert in Will Taylor. Will, welcome. How did you see round 4 play out?
Yeah, interesting round it was in round 4 out there, the Eastern Indoor Sports Centre. Well, we see two teams now undefeated at the moment of season 2014, and I tell you what, at the moment I can see 3 teams at the moment generally will win this premiership at the moment at the start of the season, and we'll go through those teams very shortly.
That's right, Will. There were some pretty big results played out last Friday night. But we've got some big news tonight in a new inclusion into the competition. Yeah, absolutely. It's the Blackburn netball team coming into the competition, which is fantastic to see. And look, there is no buys now, which is so there'll be 2 games throughout the rest of the season, of course, through the 3 time slots at 7, 8, 15 and 9:30. And it's going to be a fantastic round of netball for the rest of this season. Have a look at all the results from round 4. Croydon, again, undefeated side. They were looking for a percentage booster here because they are sitting second place just by percentage. Yep. They defeated Coldstream Blue 70-11, a pretty big win.
It was, and it got a little bit ugly. Well, pretty much the game was over by quarter time. Fair teams. And
Croydon are hot on the heels of the Boronia Gold team, who are sitting on top of the ladder and undefeated. They had not so much a convincing win over Mooroolbark, but a pretty steady one, defeating them 57-28.
Yeah, look, Boronia Gold sort of struggled in that game. Look, the scoreboard really didn't show how Mooroolbark played, because they were fantastic throughout at least 3 quarters. Unfortunately, the second quarter, one of their key centres got injured in the first couple of minutes of that second quarter, which really hampered how the game panned out.
And 2 teams that are nestled nicely in the middle of the ladder, Norwood defeating Coldstream White by 16 points.
Look, Norwood really in their straps now. They start off the season, obviously they had a bye, then they only started going in probably the first half of their very first game of the season, but they're really putting the clamps on now, and they're sitting nicely in the top 5 at the moment, and with a great win over Coldstream, I think they really took control right from the get-go, really determined to win this game.
And round 4 was a big round for Boronia Brown. Boronia Brown getting their first win of the season, and this one was pretty close up until the final quarter, Will, but they just got the job done over Ringwood by 11 points.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise of this game. I didn't tip this one at all during the week, and look, I thought Ringwood probably had the calibre of players to beat Boronia Brown. But look, to Boronia Brown's credit, I was actually watching this game with interest, and look, Boronia Brown really could charge. Look, they only tied it at the first quarter. Probably could have gone ahead in the first quarter. Ringwood fought back, led early in that second quarter. Boronia Brown fought back and led by a point at half-time, and they really took control from there on in the second half. Ringwood disappointing. Let's hope they bounce back next week.
And the final game of the round was played out between East Ringwood, who have jumped 1 game ahead of Wantirna South. They had a 21-point win.
Yeah, East Ringwood won the force of the competition. I think they're going to be the 3rd team. I think they're going to win have a chance to win the premiership.
Yeah, Will, you're right. It was certainly a big round 4, and I think we should look at how the ladder stands after round 4. Let's have a look at how the ladder stands after round 4. 2 teams sitting on top of the ladder. Boronia Gold up in number 1, followed by Croydon in 2. Both teams undefeated. With the 3 wins so far this season, Mitcham, East Ringwood and Norwood. Wantirna South hot on their heels with the 2 wins, and Ringwood, Coldstream White, Mooroolbark, Boronia Brown, Coldstream Blue all sitting on the 1-win, Will.
Yeah, very close late at the moment, and look, there's a lot of rounds to go. It's early on. We've gone through a whole month so far of netball, but I think that ladder's going to take shape a little bit as the season rolls on. I think next 2 to 3 weeks from now, I think we'll see the ladder really taking shape and see who's the best teams in the competition, who's going to struggle this year. At the moment, watching the first 4 weeks of the season, I think there's 3 clear teams at the moment, and at the moment they're sitting at the moment 1, 2 and 4 at the moment.
And of course we have 5 teams sitting on the 1 win. They're really close behind Wanturna South. I think it's going to be a real battle for Final 6 for finals, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, there's a couple teams I thought probably should be in the top 6, but they're not at the moment. Look, I think the next couple of weeks will show, and I'm looking at the fixtures as well for the next round. It's going to make a real difference in the complex of the top 6.
Yeah, I'm really excited for round 5, Will. There are some great games shaping up. Well, there's no doubt that round 5 is shaping up to be a really great round of netball in the NETBALL EFL competition. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week to cover round 6.